All right, welcome back. We are doing a bedtime reading today. And we're starting off strong with the Three of Cups, which is a card about celebration. I'm hearing achievement, mastery, even for some of you. I'm also hearing things like it's time, like you don't know what's about to hit you. The next week, whenever you're seeing this, is going to be significant. I'm hearing like even until, like even through next month, I'm seeing like jack-o'-lanterns. I'm filming this in September, but again, this message applies to like whenever you're seeing it, even if it's like months and months from now. So the next week to month is going to be significant. We also have the wishing well. So we have unexpected gifts, kindness, karmic jewels on the oracle card that I have in front of me. Now they want to pull some cards. The Apprentice of Cups. This is a new emotional beginning. There's an innocence here that maybe you haven't felt like you've been able to experience for a while. That's what I'm hearing. A joy, it's gonna make me cry. A joy that you maybe didn't think was possible for you anymore. Split the deck to the Eight of Cups, and I'm hearing you're leaving behind a life that is unfulfilling. I'm hearing like you're turning your back on a lot of things that you have realized are just not it for you anymore. I'm hearing like it's time for you to see what is it for you. I'm kind of just pulling from my oracle deck. Yeah, underneath that was underworld depth, courage, facing your fears. Yeah, it's taken a lot of courage to honestly to even get this far, to be honest. And I split the deck to Atlantis. Keep the big vision, stay in alignment as you grow. You've grown into someone that I'm hearing is completely unrecognizable than the person you used to be. Honestly, even a couple of years ago, but definitely like 5-10 years ago. Like, I feel like your wants back then, just like, and what you thought you would be doing, like, I feel like that doesn't resonate with you anymore. And that's just not who you are anymore. And, granted, as life happens, we often grow and change. So it makes sense. But this is confirmation for you. You are in a completely different spot than you were when you started this journey, whatever time frame that might be. Yeah, gentle force is on the bottom of the deck now. Consistency, persistence, patience, the long game. And yeah, you've been in it for the long haul, I feel. There's been deep emotional turmoil. I feel like you've had to like face the like unpleasant parts of yourself, the parts that maybe weren't loved by anyone or no one knew about. And you face those parts of yourself, and you not only face them, but you embrace them. You learned not just how to work with them, but how to love them, and how to love all of the aspects of yourself. And even if you still have those moments where you're just not, you have one of those moments where you're just not as in it as you usually are, or you have a slip up where you start like negative self talk or something like that. I feel like you recognize that that's not part of who you are anymore. You've lost a lot. You've had to walk a very uncertain, I'm also hearing like tumultuous path. And the reality of it is a lot of you are still walking a very uncertain path. But okay, I hear that you're doing it with a purpose. You're walking in uncertainty, but you at least know like the divine's got your back, and that you are being like intuitively led and intuitively guided to something new, something bigger than you, or by something bigger than you, someone bigger than you. Yeah, looking backwards, there's been a lot of death, there's been a lot of release, a lot of situations where you were kind of forced to face the reality of whatever the situation was. And I'm hearing like see things as they were, which isn't easy to do. And it's really difficult to have to do that over and over and over again. I I'm I really get the feeling that for many of you watching this, again, big collective, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But I'm seeing like someone like crawling out of a hole, being like, I made it, only to like get pushed back down again. And that energy is it's so difficult to walk through. And it's so difficult to live in that consistently. I said it in a private reading a day or two ago, but often the spiritual path, which is what you're walking on right now, is one that will like put your demons in your face for you to see, and like will show you exactly what's wrong with whatever situation is going on so you can overcome it. And sometimes it can be very concentrated into like a couple years. I'm hearing a couple months, even like 10-20 years, which in the span of a lifetime, right, is a relatively short amount of time, but feels like forever. um, but you go through all those things, so, and earlier on, so then you can come into balance a lot sooner than most people get in their lifetimes. I'm being asked to remind you that not a lot of people choose to walk this path. And honestly, there's a good reason for that. It's not easy. And what you've been through, certainly not easy. However, your choice, honestly, for some of you, it wasn't a choice. I feel like spirit kind of forced your hand for some of you. But to keep getting back up, to keep believing, yeah, to keep believing in something bigger than you was or is what is leading you to all of this abundance that's happening on this side of the table, all the celebration. Okay. I feel like there was probably recently a situation where you decided to take matters into your own hands. And that's leading you to this new emotional beginning. I didn't realize the Empress was on the bottom underneath the Apprentice of Cups. And the Empress is a very intuitive card. Already said. I've said it a couple times this week. I'm sure I read for a very intuitive collective. It's also one about comfort, about luxury, about self-care, and about creation. Some of you are creating something or will be creating something that's going to lead you to a lot of happiness. And honestly, for some of you, you are creating your own happiness here. I'm also hearing a lot of you are, yeah, we have the Two of Swords right here too. A lot of you are choosing your own happiness and deciding to take matters into your own hands is what I'm hearing. I guess also what I'm saying. But this new beginning that you are starting on, I'm hearing many of you are on the cusp, are on the precipice of this new beginning. But also, hearkening back to the earlier message, you choosing to take the leap of faith and trusting a higher power, someone up there that has more influence than you do, is leading you to a lot of success, a lot of abundance, a lot of happiness. I'm also hearing like to remind you that abundance takes a bunch of different forms. I'm hearing you have laid your burdens bare, and you have carried so many of these burdens for such a long time that it's time for you to let them go. I'm hearing like let go, let God. But whatever like higher power you believe in, whoever you talk to in the spirit is what I usually say. Give your burdens to them, knowing that they've got your back and they are taking care of you. Hearing some of you are about to feel, many of you, I'm sorry, I was corrected by spirit. Many of you are about to feel very, very lucky. Again, Three of Cups came out. Card of celebration. Queen of Pentacles. Luxury. Abundance. I'm hearing affluence. Wealth. Divination. Some of you might be readers yourself. All the queens in tarot, I've said it before, are very intuitive. I'm hearing like things are going to work out. And Temperance fell out again as I was trying to put cards up. There's hearing a divine balance that's coming into your life. you're about to feel more peaceful than you have, I'm hearing for some of you, in decades. You're about to be so much more at ease. Because they're saying you have changed. Because you aren't the same person that you were. And the Seven of Cups came out. You manifested a lot of options for yourself. You've manifested choice. I'm hearing like the freedom and the ability to choose. Okay, I want one more. Yeah. High Priestess. Again, you can trust your intuition more than you think you can. You're about to embark on a new adventure. There's going to be some exciting stuff coming up. And again, you are going to feel, oh my God, so many cups, so much more at peace and at home than you have felt in a really long time. Two of Cups as well. Yeah. I feel like many of you with the Champion of Cups, just kind of going with the flow right now. And that's exactly what you're supposed to be doing. But also, you're going to be able to, I'm hearing like romanticize your life again and enjoy all of the healing that you have done. I'm hearing just like enjoying being with yourself. Again, the Fool, this leap of faith, this trusting in the higher power, something bigger than you, is going to lead you to victory. It's going to lead you to abundance. And I wish there was another word, but that's the only word they're giving me right now. But that's also reflected in the Nine of Pentacles. Between the 7, 8, and 9 of Pentacles, right? The 7, you are planting the seeds, you are watering the seeds, you're tending to the garden. The 8 of Pentacles is you're working really hard. You're doing all the upkeep of the garden. I like to use gardens because I'm a gardener, but you are doing the weeding. You are, doing all the fertilizing. You're taking off all of the dead branches or whatever. And then the 9 of Pentacles is being able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. It's you've done all this work and now you get to reap what you've sown, literally. And that's what this leap of faith is, or is leading you to, I should say. I'm hearing, and understandably, there is a fear about money. I'm also hearing like you've had to heal a lot of like the lack mindset, but it might be preventing you from being able to like make a clear decision. And again, I feel like you're going to get more information about this, but I'm hearing the answer will become clear when it is time. Not a great response, but a response. You're trying, for many of you, I feel like you're trying something new. You either are going to or you have been trying something new. Maybe honestly, spirituality might be a new thing for you. But again, it's leading you to something. I didn't even realize we had the Eight of Pentacles out here. It's leading you to something prosperous. Like you have a rebirth here, and you are, whatever this is that's coming in for you, you are ready. You're ready to take on that new position, whatever that might be. It does not have to be career. And we have the Seven of Pentacles. I swear, the Seven of Pentacles was hidden under the Seven of Cups. I had no idea that this was here. But because of the work that you have done, I know I channeled this a couple days ago. You have planted seeds that you didn't even know were a possibility for you. And because of the work that you've continually done, you have done the work. And because you have done the work, you are going to receive things that you didn't even think would come true for you, is what I'm hearing. And I get a lot of people that comment saying, well, I've been stuck in the same cycle for X amount of years. Again, I don't know your story. I am being encouraged to tell you though, like, I'm sure will probably get hate for this too, but keeping the faith in something that you can't see. Some of you are waiting for the planets to literally align so perfectly. And really, that's all you're waiting on. Because I feel like many of you are ready. There's been a lot of shedding done with like this previous eclipse. And I feel like that's preparing so many people in order to receive. There is a lot of really big shifts happening in the collective right now. Okay. If you're feeling that energy, you are definitely not alone. But remember, the message that keeps coming up in this reading is what's gotten you here partially is, yes, you, but also your faith and your trust in something bigger than you. I'm hearing, why stop now? Because there's some good stuff coming. All right. I love you so much. As always, I hope this helps. If you would like more personalized guidance, you can always book in a reading with me through the link in my bio. But I will see you next time. Bye.